Lesson 1-7, Concept 2, Special Cases for Absolute Values. All right, so there are some situations where you will not have two answers for an absolute value equation. The first one is when you have 0 on one side of the equation after you've isolated the absolute value. So this is one step before my absolute value is isolated. So I'll need to add 5 to both sides to eliminate this and isolate my variable, or my absolute value, but you can see that this is also going to be eliminated. So I'm going to end up with the absolute value of x plus 3 equals 0. And the only way, there's only going to be one number that will ever work in this situation. The only way, in this case, is going to be if x equals a negative 3, because I'll need negative 3 plus 3 to equal 0. Another way to look at it is if I am set here and I'm breaking into my two cases, well, that's going to be x plus 3 equals 0, which is my positive value, and then x plus 3 equals negative 0, which doesn't really exist. Okay, there's no negative, there's no opposite for 0. They're both just 0. So you only have one case, and if we subtract 3 from both sides, it is x equals negative 3. Okay, this does not mean that you cannot have 0 as an answer for an absolute value equation. You can often have an absolute value equation where your answers are one number and then 0 as your other answer. But when you are in this situation where you've isolated the absolute value, if 0 is on the other side, and it's the only thing on the other side, you're only going to have one answer. Okay? The second special case is when you have a negative number on the other side after you have isolated your absolute value. If that is the case, you will have no solutions. Right? There's no number that I can put in for x that will, after I clear my absolute value, give me a negative answer, because the absolute value always turns negative numbers into positive numbers. So no matter what I put in there, it can't be a solution for this problem. Okay? So if you have a negative number after you've isolated your absolute value, the answer to that question is no solutions. Okay? No solutions. All right. So as long as you remember these two situations, negative number has no solutions, a 0 has one solution. As long as you can remember those two situations, absolute value equations shouldn't be too big of a problem for you.